Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of the Young Guides podcast YouTube channel. On today's video, I'm just going to go over a quick tip when it comes to your tying thread. As if you guys have watched any of our fly tying tutorials, you might know that I personally like to tie with unit thread. The only problem I find with the unit thread is that once you get to the end of your spool here, as you can see, I got a little tag end that is left over from where the end of the thread is on the spool. And there's still plenty of thread left on the spool. You could probably get several more flies out of here. The only problem is every time you take away thread from this end of the spool, it's going to slowly start working its way to the other end of the spool, and this tag end is going to get really long and annoying. It's going to get tangled up, and it's just going to be a big mess. So one thing I've done is I have found a way to hold this tag end down, and I'm going to use my UV cure. This is the Loon UV cure fly finish in thick, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply this UV cure to that tag end of my thread, and I'm actually just going to glue that to the spool. We're going to go ahead and do that and show you how it's done. Alright, so I have the spool of thread ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and take my UV thick. I'm just going to squeeze a drop of it out onto the spool. Doesn't take much. That's probably good right there. I'm going to go ahead and put my cap back on. I'm going to take something that you're not going to be too worried about getting this finish on. You don't want to put it on a bobbin, you don't want to put it on the scissors. I'm just going to use my pliers. I'm just going to drop that thread into the cure just like that. Let it sink in there, push it in, and now I'm just going to hit it with my UV light, and that's going to go ahead and cure the glue. Just hitting it with the UV there. Let it hit it for a few seconds. That's probably good enough. And it might be a little bit tacky for a little bit. It might leave a little bit of residue, but I mean, that's me pushing on it. And it's pretty solid. So what this is going to do is it's going to allow you to use up the rest of the spool of thread without having this tag end come unraveled, and you'll be able to get more out of it. You won't be losing so much because it's getting tangled. It's not going to make a mess. And if you're tying a lot of flies like I do when I'm tying the guide, when I'm filling up a fly order, I want to tie as many as I can as fast as I can. If I have to deal with that tag end, it makes it kind of a mess. So if you guys are using unit thread, you have issues with that tag end, this is what you can do. You take your Loon Outdoor clear finish in thick, and you put a little drop on there, put the tag end in that UV finish, hit it with the UV light, and you're good to go for the rest of your spool. Appreciate you guys watching another Young Guides podcast YouTube video. We really appreciate you guys watching. Go ahead, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and tell us down in the comments what kind of videos you want to see in the future. We like to give you guys these little how-to tips, whether that be for cooking, fly tying tutorials, you name it. We're going to be bringing you guys some more stuff, but if you want to see anything specific, go ahead and let us know. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.